start the game.
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 15-1, 15-1. Get it.
Off the play fake. Glenn. Throw left side complete. That's May. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Glenn. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Hey, Alpha. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Kill. Ready?
Throwing on third and long. Glenn. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I'm coming. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's bring it.
Now Rivers. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Glenn. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Hey, Sam off.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Glenn nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Throwing on first down. Glenn. Going left side here, and it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. 58 from Mike. 58.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Rivers, he sets, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And a quick throw here that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Glenn over the middle, complete. It's May. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Looking to throw. Glenn going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Back to throw. Glenn, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Hey, Charlie. Go. Mike 3. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Mike 3, Mike 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Mike 3. Mike 3. I got one. Hey, wahoo. Look at me. Zipper, zipper, zipper.
Looking to throw. Glenn. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Delta. Hey. 3. Mike 3. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Glenn. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Alpha! Hey.
Looking to throw. Glenn. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again. Glenn. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
0-0, Mike 3. Hey, box truck. 3. Mike 3. Watch twist. Shoot.
To throw on 3rd down. Glenn. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, Orbit. Mike 3. Yeah.
Back to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Evans. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Hey, 58 is the mic.
Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. What we got, what we got, what we got? 58, right? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get that quarterback!
Third and long for Rivers. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Come on, set. 30 base. Watch the twist, watch the tape. Exit.
Off play action. Glenn. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Now for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score, Chargers 17, Jaguars 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Rivers now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
58,
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air again here, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
61, matchbox, right. Hey, echo.
To throw from his end zone. Glenn going up top. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Go, go. Let's go.
Check out Humphrey. Check 99. Check 99. Bang, 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 bang. Check, check.
Hey, high 7. Big grip, big grip.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Ready.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 3. Humble, humble, humble.
0-0, Mike 3.
Mike 3. Mike 3.
Let's go.
To throw from his end zone. Glenn, he's going to rifle one deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. All right, T, let's go. All right, T, put up.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Kill. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 24, check 24. Shift.
Back to throw. Glenn. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw, Rivers. Going to throw right side here, complete. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mike 3. Mike 3. Here we go. Mike 3. Mike 3.
Get it.
On 1st down. Glenn, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Wide, get wide. Check 4, check 4. SOS. Hey, switch gears.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Glenn. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Look at me, Zipper!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Set, ready. Henry, 58, come on. There we go. Match, Mike.
On first down. Evans. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Off the play fake. Glenn. He's going to fire one. Deep left. They've got his man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He's going to fire one, and now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right here, right here. 58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Let's get this ball.
From the gun, Rivers. And for a 3rd time today, and it's a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Glenn. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Glenn. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fisher. And he's taken down inside the 30. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Glenn. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check three, check three.
Hurry, hurry.
To throw again. Glenn. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's get off the field.
Yo, go.
To throw on 3rd down. Glenn got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. It's Evans. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Big stop,
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to McCaffrey. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Come to my work. 0-0, Mike 3. Yeah, let's go.
Throwing on first down. Glenn. Throw left side complete. That's May. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Team 6.
First down, Jaguars.
Mike 3.
On 1st and 10. Glenn going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now.
Mike 3. Yeah, let's get that ball. Yeah, let's get that ball right here.
Go.
Throwing again. Glenn. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Back to throw. Glenn. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Chargers 27, Jaguars 24.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
22, Mike 22. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got you, punk. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Now Rivers. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
That's it. Mike 22, Mike 22. I got one. Mike 22.
Here's Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
18 Gator. Bravo. Come on. 0-0, Mike Green.
All day, every day, any day.
Snap.
They'll look to throw.
Switch up.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, orbit. Look at me. Zipper.
We got to get off the field. Mike 3.
Get it.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, let's go.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Heavy, 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 got heavy. Check, 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 check.
Check 37. Check 37.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
He's coming. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Glenn, flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Back to throw. Glenn, he's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
What can Rivers do in the OT? And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Mike 3. Mike 3. And tag.
Hey!
To throw from his end zone. Glenn throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Go now. 8-3. Double dog. That's the way. Hey! Mike 7.
Mike 3. Combo. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 0-0, Mike 3.
Hey. Right up.
On first down, Glenn. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Glenn. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's May. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Glenn able to shake him off. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey, wahoo!
Off play action. Glenn. On the crossing route, complete. It's May. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Go!
Throwing on first down. Glenn. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jags, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.